Hey everybody, today's show is brought to you by Spandex. I appreciate you.
Spandex.
I don't know.
That feels like something that was created by astronauts.
Probably Velcro for sure.
Well, like Tempur-Pedic mattresses, that material.
Isn't that always cool? The fine folks at NASA who make.
Here, sorry, this is gonna make a ton of noise.
No, do your thing. We'll talk. We'll start about
ready?
this.
This is.
And we're back.
Thanks, Chet.
Yes, today's show is brought to you by the fine folks at NASA.
They've made everything from spandex to Tempur-Pedic.
Yeah, space age materials
That's why we go to space
for the mattress.
for the clout and the mattress.
Yeah, and Velcro.
Dude, I love space.
I like Velcro, but like, I don't know why I said that.
That's your answer to space.
I appreciate it.
I like thinking about the
I
next
like
frontier,
freeze-dried ice cream.
what it means to be human, and you're into Velcro.
Yeah,
That's actually kind of beautiful, man.
I appreciate Velcro. I don't know how to say like I'm not like in love with Velcro. It's not like a.
Dude, I've seen you use Velcro.
Can I be honest?
You love it.
Can I be honest with you?
Yes, anytime.
I got a pair of. I mean, in my adult years, I had a pair of shoes that were Velcro. They were New Balance actually, and they made Velcro shoes. And I thought, man, these are going to be cool because I don't have to tie any shoelaces. And then people like looked at me like I was special needs, and I was like, oh man, like an adult wearing Velcro shoes. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe we shouldn't even talk about it. But
Well, there's an age cutoff for Velcro,
okay.
and
But what about light up shoes? Because those are cool, and I still want light up shoes.
LA Gears, man?
Yeah, they actually make like adult light up shoes now.
That was like texting and driving when you were a kid, because you couldn't look where you were going because you were trying to look at them. Like Cat Williams does a great bit on that. Loved LA Gears. My first pair were amazing.
I never had any.
Really,
Really.
dude,
I had some Reeboks pumps though.
right? That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, the pumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used to cut off circulation in your foot.
Yeah.
Trying
Hold on, guys. Got to get pumped. You didn't have any Heelys when you were growing up, did you? Heelys?
No, I didn't have Heelys. I had the soaps. Did you ever have the soaps on the arch of your shoe? It was like this like slick. It's the worst idea ever. It was really slick, and then you could like grind on the edge of
Okay. I was going to say like, you could essentially just grind on the bottom of your shoes.
It was like inline. It was like rollerblading,
but for like parkour.
but less cool than rollerblading somehow. So yeah, it was.
I mean, I'm just thinking parkour, like freestyle walking, essentially.
But see, parkour wasn't
freestyle walking.
I wasn't aware of parkour yet. I don't think it was a thing. We were just trying to slide down handrails and
On your feet.
It's me and my buddies that tried to skateboard and wanted to be Tony Hawk, and then realized very quickly that we weren't going to be Tony Hawk. And I'm too clumsy and too low of a pain threshold to be very good at skateboarding. So soaps it was. But man, so Jamie, it's good to be here.
Happy to be here as well.
Hardy Street Boys with a Z.
Okay.
The Z is non-negotiable. The Z is non-negotiable.
I guess we're the Hardy Street Boys now.
Bro, and we don't solve mysteries.
We don't.
The only mystery I've solved is that you're my best friend.
Aw.
So that's it. That's the only one.
Pokes my heart.
It's it's the most important one. But yeah, man. So went and ate at Nuke's for lunch.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Pretty good, man. So I went and got the pizza. I went full unhealthy. I've been on a keto diet forever, and I just had to indulge. But you went healthy with the salad, right?
Yes, I've been on keto for the last couple months, trying to do a low carb thing, trying to lose a little bit of weight, and I went with a salad.
Yeah.
Sans croutons.
Yeah. Well, we've already put that out there on social media how I feel about croutons. But
yeah,
don't ruin your. That's good. You went without it. You didn't ruin your gluten free.
Yeah, I was happy with my salad. I keep going for that salad there. I'll be careful with the table.
Yeah, dude, I'm messing stuff up.
No, you're good.
It's all right, dude. We're gonna work out the kinks. That's the other thing too. Like, I'm having to like just kind of let certain things go. Like our backdrop here that Tom and Les made is just insanely awesome. Like,
yeah,
we asked them for I said something to the effect of like a dry erase board, something that you could roll out of the way that would just kind of go behind our heads. And they were like, yeah, hold on. And then made this in like 2 weeks.
Yes, we're talking with like some fantastic artists who are doing set building for like the burlesque troupe and just come up with the most amazing structures. And I don't know, when you showed me this, I was like, oh my gosh, like,
yeah,
this is for real.
Like, are you sure you're gonna?
And he's even got a little light.
This is gonna even work? Yeah, it changes colors.
That's cool.
Matches your shirt.
Well, look at you.
And your eyes, right?
Oh.
You said you have blue eyes.
I do have blue eyes.
I don't know.
Thanks for looking deep into them.
I was about to say, I just found that out. How did I just find that out?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of bad about stuff like that.
I am too, but then again, I don't look deep into people's eyes. I mean, some people you can tell, but
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I can see it now.
yeah.
See, I'm full of it. I got dark brown.
I was gonna say, do you have brown eyes?
It's just a big pupil,
Yeah.
and it's boring. But
Sorry.
blue eyes. I might do the contacts.
Sorry, dude.
Change it up.
You
every
should get
once
the
in a
cat
while.
eyes.
I want to look like a husky.
Or you should get like the completely black. Like you look like
No, Marilyn Manson
of the devil. Yeah.
No, that's
just when
icky.
you're playing drums and people look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, the drummer's wearing those crazy contacts.
I think I need to play down the craziness as much as possible. So maybe just blue or not at all. But back to lunch at Nuke's.
Yeah.
I like that place. We saw like so many people there.
Yes, Mr. Wooten.
Yeah.
We saw all your favorite basketball team and your favorite Catholic school basketball team.
Yeah, man. Sacred Heart has turned my first name into Mister.
You are Mr.
I don't know how I
Wooten.
feel about it, man.
Hey, man. You know, it's a thing.
It's a positive thing, but with that comes the feeling of being older, aged.
Yeah, I guess I'm actually quite happy that nobody's calling me Mr. Massengale or something like that. I was just like, who's that? I don't know.
It's a different. Well, it's a new experience. This is a year of new experiences. But yeah, man, Nukes was cool. It was cool seeing everybody locally owned and operated, even though it is a chain.
It is a chain, but you know, I know some managers there. They're nice, great people, and they do a lot of numbers there, man. They churn out a lot of food for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's very popular.
They stay busy.
They were packed when we were there. You know, I mean, not packed, but packed for 2021.
Packed for what they could be packed with. You know?
Right. But yeah, man, that's good stuff. And then, you know, we talked about this, how we didn't want it to necessarily just be about meals.
I can talk about food all day.
But at the same time, that's kind of what I want to talk about.
What did you do? You had dinner last night.
Yeah, so I went to SoPro and hung out with a couple buddies and had some gumbo from the Art of Rue food truck.
Yeah, good old Kyle Bass with the Art of Rue food truck.
Dude, that stuff's good. That gumbo's chicken and sausage gumbo, really good. Got side of fries, you know. Yesterday was a big cheat day for me. Today was like had to tighten up a little bit.
Get back on your.
Well, dude, I had to get my stomach fixed. I did too many crunches.
Yeah,
So-
you had a hernia recently.
I had 3, dude. It was awful.
Oh dear Lord.
And it's funny, dude. It's funny bringing that up because people kind of blush when you start talking about it. It's like I don't really care. I mean, I shared a video of myself walking in my hospital gown as the nurse held the gown closed and right after surgery. So I haven't really been shy about it. Shout out to my pops for filming that. I didn't even ask him to film that. He just knew my son is kind of dumb. He'll want this later, and he was totally right.
I wish we could show a clip or something. Like, let's show a clip.
All right, here we go. Let's show it.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
So I don't know. When you were talking to me during your whole hernia process, I think I was just trying to be completely like, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't say mean, but I was trying to make you laugh just because I knew it probably hurt. It's like to make you laugh, like, oh, this is gonna be. I'm just trying to make dumb jokes, so you'll get a chuckle and then regret it.
Well, it's over the phone, so I could have hung up whenever. Yeah, it did. It did actually. You caused me physical pain.
Yeah.
With your humor, that's pretty good.
You know,
If somebody's gonna hurt, that's a pretty
Yeah,
It's
like,
a funny
don't
way
make
to
me laugh. Oh, it hurts.
dude. The simplest things too, like if you drop something on the ground, it's staying there.
Yeah,
That's like that. You live there now
It's like,
until
oh,
somebody else can pick it up for
yeah.
you.
That's why I guess
Dude, my closet was just covered with socks because it's just like, yep, those are can't get them. Maybe in
Yeah.
another week.
Yeah.
So it was real. So I've been really thinking about what I've been eating and stuff. And but yeah, you look great though, man. You doing they got like a Biggest Loser thing at work,
Yeah.
and it's for money, right?
Yeah, everybody who wants to do it is they put in $20, and then it lasts like 8 weeks. We're doing 8 weeks, and they want us to weigh in each week, and like sometimes I'll lose like I think the very first week when I started doing it, it's a lot of water weight. I ended up losing like 10 pounds like the very first week, and yeah, I'm just kind of dieting. I'm not doing a whole lot of working out other than playing tennis or disc golf in my spare time. So
There you go.
yeah.
Tennis will burn some calories.
I love tennis. Of course, I want to play doubles because I don't like to run. I can't play singles like, not a kid anymore.
Yeah.
I love watching singles. I've been watching the Australian Open a little bit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if I'm going to go play tennis, I want to play doubles.
I haven't been watching it at all, but I was thinking today I really want to start hitting again. Because soccer for me, I think it's, once again, I had hernia surgery because of doing soccer stuff, I think. I want to get back into playing tennis. And one thing I like about tennis people is they're very social.
Yeah.
Because I think because you're on your own when you play, it's not a team sport. Like soccer people, because you're always with a team, they don't socialize the same way. Tennis people are like, we're hanging out.
I mean, yes, and yes. I mean, you want more people to play tennis. I mean, especially here in Hattiesburg, we have a pretty good little tennis scene. I wish it was a little bigger. I wish more people would get involved. And in fact, there's a really cool program I'd like to plug that's coming up in March at Tatum Park. It's called Tennis Apprentice, and for $99, if anybody wants to learn how to play the game of tennis, it's 6 weeks. It's 3 weeks of learning how to play. They give you a racket, and then it's 3 weeks of supervised play. So you're getting the scoring, you're hitting with people who are your same level of just kind of learning how to play. $99, you get your USTA membership as well as a racket and probably a t-shirt, and you probably make some lifelong friends possibly. You never know. Like tennis is like that.
You could meet that special someone.
I've seen it happen.
Man, that's what I'm telling.
But
love is in the score.
Yeah, well,
Love all.
I was going to say,
That's how every game starts.
do you want to know why tennis players are so bad at relationships?
Why?
Because love means nothing to them.
Okay. And you're mad about Hardy Street Boys with a Z? Okay. All I'm saying is we both have our.
I will also say, I've been playing tennis for the last couple years. Last year was an off year, as you know. But one of the things you were saying, like it's not so much a team sport. It is when you play in some of these leagues. You have your team, so it does kind of make you, brings in that little bit of camaraderie.
Mm-hmm.
Camaraderie. Yeah, like you have that, your team playing against somebody else's team. It gets a little fun.
I just mean I think the nature of the sport, because you're the maximum, you only, if you play doubles, the max teammate you have is one.
Oh yeah.
I think it's the nature of the sport where you go through something by yourself or with one other person, and then you do have a team to go back to and talk about it with. Like when we played that, the Oyster Love a couple years ago. And I thought, oh, okay, because I played juniors. I was like pretty serious until I was about 13. Kind of got burned out on junior tournaments. But I thought, yeah, I could play like a whole week without my arm exploding. And that Sunday morning was rough after playing all day Saturday. But the thing I liked, even with my arm hurting, was that you had so many people come and cheer you on, and you don't.
Oh yeah.
You don't see that a lot, especially as an adult, just playing. This is recreational sports. I thought that was pretty cool, having an audience. And
well, I think for one, just thinking about that, like Hattiesburg has some really cool facilities where they host tournaments, and they don't have a ton of tournaments, but like the Hattiesburg Racquet Club is a very cool place for a tournament because of the way the courts are set up and kind of like that natural amphitheater style where people can come watch and look down, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a cool venue.
It's midtown too, so it's close to everything.
Yeah,
in the middle of it.
And I think a lot of their tournaments are shellfish themed. Like they have in March they'll have one called the Crawfish, which is a big crawfish boil tournament, and then in the fall, like you say, like they had the Oyster Love, and they get somebody like Half Shell to come char grill oysters. So
see, that's what I'm saying. They got that, and then they got like a beer truck. I've never played in a soccer tournament where that was, especially
definitely a very social thing, like you're saying.
Yeah, man, I like that. So I definitely want to get back into
you should.
to hitting.
It's not too, and you like you say you've got good. I mean, like say you've played when you were a child, so I feel like you kind of have an advantage. I mean, you know what you're doing. It's just
I got to work on that topspin backhand.
I've been trying to work on my backhand. So
right, you two-handed or
people always talk about. I got to work on my backhand. I got to work on my
two-handed or one-handed backhand.
Well, I hit a slice with the one hand, and then I'm trying to work a top spin. But I mean, if I feel more comfortable in singles, I hit a two-hand. So it's just whatever.
Patrick Rafter was the guy. I liked Pete Sampras, of course, but Patrick Rafter was the guy. One-handed backhand. Actually, Sampras had a one-handed backhand too.
I've been watching. That's
very popular when I was a kid.
Of course, Federer. Watch his. Yeah. That's what I strive.
He's smooth,
but also Stan Wawrinka.
Mm-hmm.
He's good.
Stanimal.
Stan the man.
Yeah.
He's always like, I don't know. Is that a weird that like he hits a good point and then he's like.
They all have weird. Like I like Nadal, man, and he's got the most quirks.
He's got like ticks, man.
But I was like, well, that was one of the things as a kid that bugged me was because I was by myself, like, and had serious OCD. So like, how many times you bounce the ball before you serve?
Oh, it's like
it had to be an even number. If I bounced it on the inside of the baseline or the outside of the baseline, then I'd have to start over. I had to reset, and it was not good for my mental health as a
It is a mental game,
dude. I was like a stressed. You imagine a stressed out 10-year-old me, like 1, 2, 3, 4. No, the fourth one.
I think that's why some people.
1, 2, and all my friends are in another state at a baseball tournament together. That was the other thing. Monday, it was the social thing. Monday, you come back and everybody has like 4 inside jokes, and then I was out in the cold, like
because I was singles, tennis.
I got to hang out with my parents and stuff, which was cool. But you're a kid, you want to hang out with your friends, and that's what I like about tennis now. Is teen tennis looks like it's more the socializing, which is what I was missing in the first place. So it looks like a lot of fun.
Sorry, you missed out on some of those team sports as a child. I was gonna say something about like. I think if you look back at like Serena and Venus Williams, I don't think they even played juniors. Like the parents didn't want them to really get burned out on tennis at an early age. They were just kind of like, yeah, just play. And then I'm thinking they didn't play juniors, like they didn't want that burden.
Right. Well, and they were their dad was their coach for the longest time too.
Mm-hmm.
But they were serious. Like they did drills all the time and hit every day. I think.
Yeah.
But you hear stories too about like, you ever read Andre Agassi's book, Open?
I heard some things about it, but I mean, like very. I should check it out.
It's such a good book. I think I have it.
He talked about some down times in his life and some demons he had. I mean,
dude is nuts. But he was talking about like being a kid. His dad was a limo driver in Vegas, saved all his money and built a tennis court in their backyard so he could play every day. And he souped up this ball machine so it would shoot at like 100 miles an hour. And he's like 8. And that's how he figured. That's why he's the best returner of serve ever. Because he, as a kid, figured out how to return this 100-mile an hour. I think he called the machine like the fire-breathing dragon or something like that. Oh, wow. And it's just nuts, it's crazy. That kind of stuff. You hear those stories. You read Andre Agassi's book, and you're like, man, tennis sounds terrible.
Yeah, if you have that could be anything.
It's who you're around, exactly. Yeah. It's who you're around. So I went to SoPro. Yeah, enjoyed myself.
You had a little Art of Rue with some homies.
Bo knows is I'm not really into heavier craft beers right now for whatever reason. I kind of enjoying just the lighter, simpler beers.
I've been kind of off the beer wagon, but when I was drinking more beers, I like the little tartness. So like a little I like a sour.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know. I don't know what the sours are like these days. I'm always like,
they're sour.
What's tart these days?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been that's the other thing. I haven't been keeping up with a ton of stuff recently. Just been kind of distracted. Lots of irons in the fire.
What'd you have
recently,
last?
so.
What'd you have? What'd you drink?
Bo knows a pilsner.
It's a pilsner.
Yeah. The name for Bo Jackson. But what'd you do last night?
Last night I went to some neighbor's house and I played Phase 10. I played a little Phase 10.
What's that?
Phase 10 is a card game. Have you never played Phase 10?
No.
Oh man.
I've played blackjack and Go Fish.
Phase 10 is similar to Uno, but different. It's also similar to Rummy. It's kind of like a Rummy based game where you have you're trying to go out, and it's just like the Uno cards, except for there's no reverse. But you essentially are trying to get like a set of a certain card or a run, which is kind of like a straight in poker. It's kind of a blending of these things, and then you just do it in phases, and then you keep. I don't know.
Did you win?
I ended up winning. I did win.
How much money did you win?
I didn't win any money. But I won pride and I won bragging rights.
Satisfaction of a job well done.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Bragging rights.
There
it was
you
a
go.
close game. It was a very close game.
Well, whose nose are you going to rub in it with these bragging rights?
The Saffles.
Oh yeah, neighbor dad.
Neighbor dad. Exactly.
Dude, I love the Saffles.
I did not know neighbor dad was such a competitive person when it comes to cards.
I could have told you that.
I mean,
you could tell. Okay. You could tell he'd be competitive.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Really?
It's like he's always been like pretty I don't know, low key around me. I was like, whoa, like
yeah.
When the cards come out, he was talking a lot of smack early on.
I love seeing people, how they respond to competition, man. It's you learn a lot about people, man. He's very go get it. Like we're sitting on his furniture right now, man. He hooked us up with this stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
And just let the people know if they need any signs, to holler at the people at Signs First.
Yeah, man. Graphic design, logos.
Yeah, if you need your car wrapped, I might want to get my car wrapped one day.
Dude, please get your car wrapped with your face on it.
Yeah.
So that it looks like you're Lightning McQueen, but it's you.
Really?
Yes.
Like that?
That would be awesome.
I don't know.
To wear the headlights of your eyes and stuff. That'd be killer.
That would be weird.
Yeah, it'd be super weird. That's why you need to do it.
What about, I'm just thinking like when people wrap the cars, they don't think about like when you slide the door open and how things look differently when you...
No, it should be on the window so that in the driver's seat, so it looks like you're always driving.
Yes.
That would be killer. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Come on, Saffel. Hook it up. Do us another awesome favor and hook that up. Yeah, man, I love the Saffles. They're awesome. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, like, y'all live real close to each other. So
yeah, they're right around the corner from me. So, I think I started really kicking it with them. We've been friends for a while, but I think once the pandemic kind of started heating up, I was just like, okay, like this is my tribe kind of thing, like low key hanging out, on front porch, just talking,
Yeah, man, this time has really made me think about just my priorities and who I spend my time with. And this is awesome. I'm glad we're doing this. This is like a positive thing that's kind of come out of it, because like I can only really speak for myself that the social things being taken away, that needed to happen for me to be ambitious with something like this. Because you get so distracted by like, oh, well, this is going on, I can go do this, and so-and-so is going to be over here.
I think when we do look back at this, we were talking about this, you talked to like the city of Hattiesburg and the Hattiesburg Alliance for Public Art, that last year with social distancing and like, I don't know, there was a lot more public art displays, especially murals, like coming out of the woodwork. So like the good things coming out of a year where not a whole lot's going on. Just people being creative, like you say, like us right now doing this and getting our creative friends to help out, and
right.
I mean, it's kind of amazing,
Well, and that's the thing with Tom and Les too, is they were like, we don't have a show, so we could do something for the podcast, so this is, it's incredibly generous of them to do this, but it's also, it was a way for them to, release some of that creativity, to help us out. But I think it's cathartic for everybody when you kind of, you kind of get everyone else involved. That's one thing that I love about Hattiesburg is just the tribe mentality, man, that the community. We've had so many people help us. Actually, Tom and Les made this table. We didn't even ask. They just said, hey, we wanted to do this. So that's the overwhelming. They say in the art community, it's a microcosm of what the country or the greater society is going to be in the future. And right now, if that holds true, I'm incredibly optimistic about the future.
Hattiesburg has such a cool art scene, and there's so many amazing, talented artists, musicians, sculptors, painters, so many. Like woodworkers, everything.
Stained glass window, Kyle Bowman, right across the hall.
Hub City Stained Glass.
Man, he's killing it. You see the one he did for Keg and Barrel in Ocean Springs?
I did. That thing was huge.
How did you not have a heart attack trying to move that thing?
He was, when he freaking first had that thing put together before he encased it. I know he was like, I don't know. I think it was some of the most stressed out I've ever seen this guy.
Yeah, sleepless nights for sure.
Yeah,
I was worried about it, and I had nothing to do with it.
He's like, I don't think I want to do pieces that big. That's pretty big.
Yeah, that's. But it looks so great, man. It's so cool.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. So phase 10, I'm gonna have to learn some card games.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
We'll have to play. We'll play. Actually, what we need to do is play phase 10 on this.
Yeah.
And just show people how to.
I'm sure a lot of people out there know how to play Phase 10. It's been around since, I don't know, but it's not necessarily Uno, so.
Maybe we can get Saffel come explain the rules to us.
That would be fun.
And see.
All the Saffels.
See what happens. We'll have to get microphones for everyone, but.
Yeah.
Logistically, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
We'll make it work.
It'll be fine. But yeah, man, I'm kind of, dude, I kind of got that mid-afternoon lull. I could use some coffee. We were talking about coffee earlier. What's your favorite kind of coffee?
Well, recently on my diet, I've been no sugar, so I've been doing sweetener, low carb sweeteners and such like that. I've been doing a lot of stevia and Truvia. It's very weird, but it's not bad. I do I'm not quite to where I can drink coffee black. I can't do that.
Yeah, me neither.
But I like a little bit of cream and a little bit of sweetener. So I've been doing iced brevets here and there. I go to Equinox. I go to Grin. I go to Grin a lot.
Yeah, they're good.
I love Grin.
See, if I drank coffee from there regularly, I think I could go black coffee eventually. Yeah? Well, good coffee, you're supposed to drink black.
Oh, yeah.
Not to flex, but in Argentina, I know it's gross.
Hey,
in Argentina,
Drew's been to Argentina, everybody.
It's not about where I've been; it's the experience. The coffee though is so much better because the beans are fresh, and you don't need to put anything in it. You can, but it's so much better. Because growing up, dude, I didn't have coffee when I was a kid, but younger. Mine was like syrup. You seen the movie Elf? You put syrup on everything. That was me with coffee. Tons of creamer,
I feel like
tons of sugar. Because coffee just was a necessary evil.
Before I started this diet, believe it or not, I was that's probably one of the most unhealthy things that I was probably putting into my body was this sugar mixture with sweeteners and flavors and hazelnut and all this stuff, and then a splash of coffee.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. I was just. Java Monsters, which I love those. I mean, just drinking way too much sugary drinks.
Yeah.
And
dude, that'll get you, man. I switched to almond milk too.
Yeah,
that helps a lot. I think.
I had some oat milk early on with this whole diet. Yeah, oat milk creamer. I was using a little bit of oat milk, half and half.
Dude, isn't it funny how all the things you end up doing when you get older are things that you made fun of? If me even 2 years ago heard me now saying, oh yeah, I switched to almond milk, I'd want to punch me in the face. I already have a very punchable face. And I'm not advocating violence. I'm not that way at all. I'm just saying I'm very hard on myself.
There's something about it.
It's something about, dude, I
just want to punch his face.
People really feel like they need to give me unsolicited advice. I'm so excited to see what the next round is once things open up. But yeah,
it's
you know what I mean? Almond milk. It's you seen those progressive commercials where they're becoming their parents. It's not even that I'm becoming my parents. It's just all the things you say you're not going to do. Like, I'm not going to sell out. Why would anyone ever call me Mr. Almond Milk? Like,
I think honestly, like you're saying,
I'm having a hard time. Is what I'm trying to get
like
to.
this, and like here I am, like being like, man, I have a gift card to Lowe's that I need to use. Like,
oh my gosh, Lowe's does gift cards?
Of course they do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I can't wait to go use that. What will I do?
I'm trying to think, like,
am I showing my age?
Right. Well, for like teacher gifts, man, every holiday, you get students who'll come and give you like, I usually get coffee, so something to grand. Sometimes you'll get Starbucks, if they, most people tend to know, like, they think the drum teacher's kind of hip. So I get lots of T-Bones gift cards,
T-Bones.
which is lit, man. I got Mick, I messaged him on Instagram. I said, hey, man, I want that McConaughey Greenlights book. Do you have it? I want to buy it from a local place. He's like, give me a week. I'll have it in, and sent me a message. Sure enough, in 7 days, bro. And yeah, it was cool. I had an old T-Bones gift card. I was like, man, this is great. You can use it for so many different things: records, books, all kinds of stuff, man. Food. If you want to get coffee there, I always get the slam dunk. I always tell them, give me the. And this is kind of the crux of the issue. Coffee for me is about the caffeine. Like, I always just tell them give me as much caffeine as you can legally serve a person.
Yeah, how much can you provide?
Whatever is
take
it. However much caffeine you would give a horse, I want like slightly less than that.
Isn't that a thing where, and you're talking about it at T-Bones, but I feel like I've seen these like people's receipts at Starbucks where they make these are like fictional drinks because they're so loaded up that it's almost
just a bunch of sugar and inflammation.
Yeah, it's almost like I think they're just trying to make the most expensive one drink, and they are essentially putting it in like a freaking gallon bucket or something. I'm just like, this doesn't even make sense.
Is that like
I don't think it's legal. I don't even think
that like a TikTok trend? See, I just got on TikTok, so I don't know.
Maybe also this might have been like a thing a while back, but a thing where people were trying to make the most expensive Starbucks drink ever, and it's something that comes in like a pitcher and would literally kill someone.
Over-engineered coffee.
40 pumps of this, and just ridiculous.
Venti means 20. I always think of that Paul Rudd. Oh, do you guys still use the lira?
All the words mean large.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I love T-Bone's coffee, bro. That's my jam. And I don't know, there's like we got a lot of good coffee places here. Equinox.
We do.
Grin.
I haven't been to, there's one over off of Hardy Street that I haven't been to, but I've always been hearing about. It's
well, we're the Hardy Street boys with a Z.
Yeah, we need to learn.
This
might be in the Midtown Merchants or something.
This is
over in the.
This is borderline embarrassing that we haven't been to a place on Hardy Street
or something like that. It's over.
Oh, nice.
I haven't been there.
We'll
close
have to
to
go.
Town and Country Cleaners.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
We'll have to tour that joint.
Yeah.
See if their coffee's up to snuff.
And like coffee places and record stores. That's how you know a town's cool.
Yeah,
that's how you know.
As long as there's a record store.
So I'm a Hattiesburg native, pretty much. I wasn't born here.
Yeah, you were born in Louisiana or Texas,
Dallas, yeah, Tejas, and lived in Iowa and then moved here. But you're from Meridian and moved here just for school for Southern Miss
initially.
But like you're way more well known than me, and I'm not sour about it. But
it sounds like you're sour.
I'm not. I don't know why you would make that assumption.
Well, you just said the word sour.
I said I wasn't.
But now it just feels like.
I said I wasn't sour about it, Jamie.
All right. I believe you.
Yes, thank you. It's important. Yes. See, that's why we're friends.
That's right. Talk about this kind of stuff.
But like, what's it like being the Wards guy?
Oh God, it's interesting.
You can't hate it. You have to love that.
It's funny to me, to be recognized for something that I did that was goofy, and I don't know. The whole thing is goofy. I've had a lot of fun. I talk about the backstory of the song about Wards. This was made 7 years ago, where I was rapping with a guy named Decon, Massive J and Decon together. They are J-Con.
Yeah, man. DeCon's awesome.
And we
Love that guy.
recorded one song together in my old apartment. And who would have thought that I would have a radio edited version that I could put on the college radio station and then be given the opportunity while taking classes at Southern to make a video for it. So
yeah. That video is lit too, man.
yeah, it kind of just re-emerged itself because of, the video.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I was out of town for that one. I hate that I missed that. Like, I did that an early Saturday morning.
It was a fun Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I invited so many people, and I think I don't know. I said like, hey, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, and I don't think we started shooting until like 11 because half the people were there. Like, I don't know. It was just one of those things where I wasn't sure if anybody was going to show up.
Yeah.
And then like it was almost like a flash mob. All these people showed up. I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, DeCon's great. He's like the best. He's the best freestyler I've ever, met or known in person.
Yeah.
I played in Soup Kitchen with him and Kyle Nicholas, Jamie Jordan.
Yeah, I miss him, man.
Krebs.
He's in Texas. I think he's driving trucks.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, definitely an amazing lyricist when it comes to just freestyling and coming up with stuff. And I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
we meshed well.
Dude, I don't know how anybody really freestyles. I've always done it like more, I want to be good at it. I just have to do the jokey version because I'm just terrible at it.
I want to be good at it too.
There's so much intellect involved. Like, how do you?
I try.
I don't understand.
I try.
Like how does Busta Rhymes? Like how can you rap that fast?
I want to be honest. Like,
how can you?
I'm just thinking like when it comes to freestyling, I see these people go on like the show, like the talk shows in New York where they go on with people on like Sway in the Morning, all this stuff. And and they have to like, all right, we're gonna make you freestyle on the radio, and I'm like, dude, I can't do that
with all that pressure.
I would
too.
freak out. Like I've seen people like Little Dicky do it, like, amazing. Even like Shia LaBeouf. Like they had Shia LaBeouf do it one day. I was like, well, that's amazing. These people are good at freestyling, and I sit here, I try, and I think I'm more of like a let's make a beat, make a hook kind of person. I'm like Timbaland. I like try to be, somebody who's more on the production singing.
Well, your Massive J stuff is like it can wander because it is more like it's more like an art installment sometimes, where you got this thing going, man, where it's not necessarily like, it's not a comedy show. It's not like, you're not just rapping. You're not just making beats. You're doing a lot of things at one time. So like you don't have to feel pressure about your freestyle. Not like, maybe you can't, maybe you're not freestyling like Lil Dicky, but it's like, you're also kind of wearing lots of different hats in that situation.
It's definitely comedy inspired, as you know. Like I'm a huge fan of Tenacious D. I'm a huge fan of Flight of the Conchords.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can still remember watching Reggie Watts do something on Conan O'Brien for the first time, and my mind being blown at somebody looping themselves beatboxing and then turning it into the most amazing like song. Just like, oh, let me just do some beatboxing and loop it and then play chords. And it kind of blew my mind. I was like, that's something that I feel like I love hip hop,
Yeah.
And to be able to just like make up songs in the moment.
Reggie Watts is like a whole nother level with the loops and stuff.
Yeah.
He's just a whole nother level. Tenacious D, hilarious. Pick a Destiny. Dude, I was talking to my cousin about this. Jack Black is the best at the internet right now.
Now.
His videos are hilarious. He did like a Thor video and like a Speedo and did like the 360 jump kick and stuff. Man, so funny. My cousin sent me the link. Like, bro, have you seen this? Like, yeah. Dude, it was he's the guy right now.
I think of him as like a super dad because he's got kids now and they're getting to this point where he's, I don't know, I'm sure they're involved helping. Hopefully they're helping make these videos. I know I see them in them. So
I saw the guy that edits them, and he's like he does lots of tutorials and stuff for that. But I was getting to the point that we were talking about. You remember when Jack Black would knock the mic over at the end of every gig? Did you ever watch the Tenacious? Yeah, dude. There's like two people there. I love that.
Those old open mics, and I think, just such a funny funny show.
Heck yeah,
The
man.
old Tenacious D.
Yeah, and so is that something that you'd want to do? Like, just do...
I mean, I play a little acoustic guitar. I'd still do what I usually do. I'll just loop some guitar chords and kind of make a song out of, just using guitar more as an instrument in my beat making.
Yeah.
But
and you're
inspired by,
Right. And you've been gigging with Imani recently too.
Recently, yeah, we've had a couple shows, or late last year. Mm-hmm. Monty Mouse. Yeah,
that's awesome.
But yeah, it's been fun. I would collaborate with Scott Chisholm, aka Battle Cat, and then I actually, believe it or not, it was here one night at the Hattiesburg Arts Center. Arts. Yeah, this is
Hattiesburg
Community Arts Center.
Yeah.
There was a crafting party one night, and I was asked to just basically kind of like come, bring my little setup, maybe do a little DJing, maybe make up a song here and there. Just real low key. It was a lot of the girls from Hattiesburg-esque. And Imani was here, and we just started making up songs, just goofing off. And I was like, man, like, I've always known Imani can sing. She's,
great voice.
Yeah, she's amazing. Such soulful, singer. So, I don't know. Scott was telling me he didn't really want to perform as much with the pandemic going on, which I can totally understand.
Yeah, understandable.
So I don't know. I was like, man, I collabed with Imani up here. I thought it'd be kind of like a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've had a couple gigs. We went and played Laurel. We played Glory Bound here a couple times. It's interesting.
That's cool. What's it like gigging in the age of COVID?
It's different, man. I can tell you, I see not as many people are going out to some places, and some places aren't even open right now. Playing in Glory Bound has actually been kind of nice. They have an outdoor stage out back, so if the weather's nice, people can kind of socially distance and enjoy a nice little outdoor concert. But yeah, it's not bad.
That's awesome, man.
The Hattiesburg Arts Council is also doing little pop-up shows where they're going to get people can play at the Pocket Museum.
I played at the Pocket Museum once. It was awesome with my pops, John Wooten, and David Pello.
Yeah.
Have you played? Have they booked you for that?
They booked Imani and I before Christmas. We played some Christmas tunes from up above, up on Front Street. We played the old Brownstones blue jazz.
Yeah.
That's cool. We were up on the balcony. We had a tip jar on a rope.
Yeah.
It was kind of goofy.
That load in up those stairs, man. You got to watch those shallow stairs. I love that place, but when you're carrying gear, I always worry about the wait staff having to go up and down stairs. But it's like,
I can just tell you, I've added a lot more stuff to my my equipment. I've got I'm bringing my little PA system. I'm bringing my speaker. I'm bringing this keyboard, my guitar. I was bringing everything, and then I was just like, oh man, I should have just gone bare bones with that particular load in. Yeah,
well, I'm a drummer, man. I have no sympathy.
Yeah, here I am, talking to a drummer.
Dude, the worst is
the heavy stuff.
I love setting up, and everything's set up, and someone comes, hey, you good? Yeah. Hey, is it too difficult to move a foot this way? And you just got to go, oh, absolutely. Well, 100%, you just get used to moving gear.
Give me 20 minutes.
But I always joke, man, especially at the end of a gig, I should have played flute,
Yeah.
But
piccolo.
But no.
Recorder.
Drums.
Ocarina. You watched any good YouTube videos lately?
I watch lots of space stuff.
Space?
Yeah.
Are we talking about learning about space and the cosmos?
Dude, something about space. I'm real big into aliens right now.
Really?
They scared me when I was a kid, and so now as an adult, it's fun to kind of just be excited about possibly having aliens around. But I watch I watch podcasts. I do that, because I do drum videos too and lessons, so I watch a lot of that stuff too to just kind of see how I could improve, or what the big dogs are doing, what the trends are.
I feel like I've seen some of those cool drum videos, or people that are doing cool jazzy, I don't even know what time or rhythms or whatever. It's pretty amazing.
The internet's lit right now just because you can't, there's no concerts, you can't go anywhere.
Yeah, you're taking all these concerts and you're throwing them on.
Just put it online. Well, and you just got to get good at production and figure out how to film it and balance sound. And
maybe do like some sort of like multicam, like
kind of like this.
Oh,
camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. Yeah, man. So I don't. YouTube's it's definitely an awesome platform, but
I have a couple videos. I have my own channel. I have a couple videos that I've produced in the past.
All right, so so you're talking the other day about doing a short film in downtown Hattiesburg.
Yeah, this is just right now it's just an idea and a concept. I feel like downtown Hattiesburg has some really cool looking spaces.
Right.
We seem to,
So set the scene then, right? How would this movie start in downtown?
All right. It starts.
Take me on a journey.
It starts like a joke.
Okay.
A guy walks into a bar.
Okay. An actual bar,
a guy walks in to Blue Jazz.
Okay.
He sits at the bar.
Okay.
He orders a drink.
Okay.
But the bartender's like, "Yeah, what can I get you?" And he's like, "Ba-da-da." That's all I got so far. That's it.
Okay.
That's half the movie.
Is there?
I'm just kidding.
And then that guy at the bar.
Yeah, what happens to this guy?
These guys throw a burlap sack over his head and pull him and throw him in a van.
Whoa.
But it's a love story.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah. I'm into action movies right now, man.
Yeah.
And then, you could do like Hattiesburg Batman. Hatman.
I'm thinking like Hatman.
What's your name? Vengeance.
Hatman. Fedora time.
All right, so we've had enough small talk. I think people want to just get to know us since this is our first episode.
Yeah.
And we know it could be better, and we know we're all in our feelings about it.
Don't even say that.
Please.
Even go there.
Oh, sorry. We're supremely confident.
I'm not in my feelings about anything.
I only speak for myself when talking about croutons and feelings.
No, what
I want to get to know you, man. I want to know about you. I want you to tell. I want people to know like where you came from. So you came from Meridian. When's your birthday?
Meridian. March 12th.
What's the last 4 of your social?
I'm not telling you.
Dang! I almost had you.
No, it's 4 numbers.
That's too much. You've already said too much. We'll cut that out.
Okay. No, seriously, you're I'm sitting here just thinking about how do we get to know each other even more deeply.
Yeah.
You were born in Tejas.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad was in the master's program at North Texas.
Yeah. And we went to Iowa because he's in the doctoral program there.
Yeah.
And then came here.
When you moved, how old were you when you moved to Hattiesburg?
This many.
You were 5.
Uh-huh.
Cinco.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
that was it.
That was it. That's your story. You went to the Catholic school and
I went to every school here, man, pretty much. I went to Tim's first grade. I did Temple Baptist pre-K kindergarten. It was a half day. So my kindergarten, dude, my life was amazing. Everybody else going to school till 3 or 5, and I was out at 12:30, man. Just early lunch.
Wow.
Let's go. I already had 2 naps today. I want to go to the house.
Okay.
So that set me up for, my work ethic. And then first grade, Tim's. 2nd through 8th, Sacred Heart. That's my jam, Sacred Heart. And then they
didn't have a high school back then,
right? So that's why we graduated in 8th grade.
Okay.
Graduated. My mom drove me to Claire's boutique in the mall, so I get my ear pierced the day of graduation because everybody said you won't do it, and I said bet. And then I did it, and they're like, "All right, cool. What now?" So nothing really big happened there. Then Rowan in 9th grade, I was in the last 9th grade class at Rowan, which was freshman year at Hattiesburg High, but it was a separate campus before they built that nice 9th grade wing. And then 10th grade at Hattiesburg High at the Blair campus, and then 11th and 12th at PCS. Actually,
really,
I was the new kid a lot, so I got good at kind of, I don't know, talking to different kinds of people, I guess, and
interesting,
just trying to get along and.
Finished it up at the private school.
Make friends. Well, it was at PCS. It was just like really focused on academics, so it was perfect for me. Just kind of small, and I wasn't great at math, so it was good to got my ACT score up. And that's why I got to go to Millsaps and kind of try and live out the soccer dream.
Yeah.
And play soccer there.
Good school.
Great school. Very difficult school to be a student athlete at. So anyone can go be a successful student athlete at Millsaps. That's pretty impressive. To get both of those things right. So what about you? Where'd you go to high school?
I went to high school at Meridian High. When I was at Meridian High, it was only a 3-year school. It was 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Yeah.
So I graduated from Meridian High in 2001.
There you go.
And moved to Hattiesburg.
There you go.
Get me out of Meridian.
I'm going.
Get me out of here.
Yeah, man. Hattiesburg's not, dude. That's still so crazy to me that you're not. It feels like you're from here.
Yeah,
I mean, you are from here now.
So in a sense, I was familiar with Hattiesburg even when I was younger. I mean, being the, I'd say the fine arts university of Mississippi. I mean, if you think about the string orchestra here, my mom, my mom is my mother is a former elementary music education, music educator.
She's teaches the Orff stuff, right?
Well, stuff like that. She would teach elementary music. You'd be singing songs. She'd have to put together programs and stuff, but she'd also teach strings, like from 4th and 5th grade. She'd teach all kinds of stuff. So me growing up, forced to play the violin at an early age, ended up switching to string bass. I would come down to Hattiesburg in my teenage years to come play in these little orchestra conferences and stuff. I'd come to like a music camp down here for like a week long, staying at Southern. And it was kind of one of the reasons that it's one of the reasons that I wanted to come back and go to Southern. It's because I was kind of familiar with Hattiesburg and, initially my major was music, what was it? I can't even remember. It was music, like
music production or music industry?
No, it wasn't even that. It was like music composition. That was my major, was music composition. Didn't even think about
That's crazy difficult.
Yeah.
You trying to be
very
Mozart.
ambitious, and when I got down here, I didn't live on campus, and they wanted me to go take music theory at 8:00 every morning, and I was just fresh out of high school. No supervision, just thinking 8:00 every day.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
I'm 18. I do what I want. And I changed my classes to all these terrible electives that I still never went to. I mean, it was kind of a joke. I should have breezed through these easy classes, but still just didn't even know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And ended up kind of failing out. So.
Well, I think there's something to doing the Rumspringa and just working for a year out of high school. So you can kind of have a better appreciation. Because if you went to school now, you'd be you just treat it like a job because you're used to working. So it's this is so I can get a different job. I'm just going to really focus on this. I was the same way. I think most people are. It's just, yeah. It's more about how you bounce back from it, I think. Because I only went to Millsaps for a year. I had made great friends. Some of the best friends to this day are guys I played soccer with, and but yeah, school was just. I was always very focused on one thing. So if I just could play soccer, that would have been ideal. The school side of it was just wait, what? After practice and lifting weights and trying to get to the cafeteria before it closes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It was just wait, you want me to study now?
Yeah.
And then you want me to wake up early? It's just.
I heard Richard Sherman talk about student athletes in college, and it really hits home. People think that student athletes in some regard have it made.
Yeah.
But it's they're putting in so much work, and they're unpaid. Mm-hmm. And here, some of these students who go to Southern can get an easy job working at the radio station or working for, they're getting paid. They're, it helps, pay the bills.
Yeah.
But if you're playing football or if you're playing basketball,
there's no time for a job.
Yeah. You don't, that's it.
And I used to think bigger schools, maybe student athletes, you got it. Boosters are paying for stuff. And I'm sure that's the case with certain players. But then you have more pressure on you too, because you no one knows that I played soccer at Millsaps. There was no pressure on me from outside my little bubble. So
Yeah.
there's it's two sides to every coin there. So
I think if I could tell the kids that are graduating high school now is to really think about what they want to do and think about whether or not they need to go to school right away, right out of high school. And if you look at some of these industries, that trade school is a good option because, I mean, you could go to a 2-year school and learn a trade and be making, more than somebody who's got to go to a 4-year school. And,
if you're not passionate about the job you would get from pursuing a 4-year degree, then don't worry about it. Go to a trade school. Like if it's just going to be another job to you, 100% agree with that. I think of like, it's changing, man. Everything's changing so much now too. Like you look at SpaceX, all they're able to do because it's just one like very driven, businessman running that thing. And you look at NASA, kind of bureaucratic, bogged down with, that's kind of how I view college versus entrepreneurship nowadays. But I don't know if that's really an accurate metaphor, but
yeah, you're bringing in the space arguments.
Dude, I'm into space. Can you tell I watched like 3 documentaries in the last 24 hours. Like short ones, like 20-minute.
Okay.
Dude, I'm into it. I'm obsessed. You see the new satellite there, the new telescope they're going to shoot out into space? It's so far away that it stays in orbit. Like it'll stay the Earth will stay between it and the sun. Because the sun would like destroy all of its instruments, but you can't. Like it's incredible. Like if you can't fix anything from Earth, like there's no way to get to it. It's going to be that far out.
Wow.
So if anything goes wrong, like it's this $1 trillion or something's crazy.
What a gamble.
But it's going to be able to look into deep space.
$1 trillion gamble.
Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, man. Well, I'm thinking about going to El Rayo for dinner. I haven't been. I'm kind of starving right now.
You haven't been?
I haven't been though. What's it like? You've been a couple times.
I've been twice now, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Well, the first time I went with the Food with Friends, and we got to basically try so much. We got to try all the cheese dips, all the different types of salsa and dips and stuff, and the tin can nachos or the number 10 can nachos where they bring out that's layered up and they take the can off. I mean, I loved those. Mm-hmm. And then I almost think anything with their skirt steak is fantastic.
Yeah.
They marinate this skirt steak for like 24 hours in some sort of vacuum sealed tumbler. I don't even know what that is, but I heard about it from a guy.
Goodness. That's awesome.
Roberto San Juan told me about it.
Yeah, man, he's the guy right now.
Yeah.
He's like, I seen him on TV talking about, because the restaurants, man, right now are struggling. So,
yeah, he's gone on the Fox News and talked about how the restaurant industry is in like dire need of assistance from the government. So,
yeah,
big advocate,
Yeah, man, that's great. Good for him.
Support the local.
Speaking up. Yeah, got to support local. So, skirt steak.
Yeah.
You say 10-layer nachos?
No, it's not 10 layers. It's this. They come in. If you know, like those big cans, like the big tin. They're made of tin, I believe, but they're big and they call them number 10 as the size of the can. They basically just fix them all in this. They put the plate down. They put the can on top. It's a hollow tube, and then they just go like layer them all up.
Oh, I got you.
And then at the table, they do a presentation where they simply just like shimmy it off, and then everything just like falls.
Oh, okay. I see.
And there's some good coverage, which I don't know if you know. That's what you want in a good nacho.
Yeah.
Coverage.
No chip wasted.
That's right.
Got you. That's awesome.
It's really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. What we got going on this week? I know Patio 44 is doing. I think they're doing live music.
They've been doing some live music on
every
the patio.
night.
I don't know. I don't know if it's every night, but I know it's definitely like around the weekends. I mean, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they should be. I think there's some people play brunch up there.
I love that they've kept that going.
Blue Jazz has music.
Nick's the Iceman are every Thursday.
Nick's Ice House.
So yeah, Patio 44. I love the patio because I love being able to be outside, but you can also be at the bar, sit at that like little, looks like a drive-through window. Kyle Bailey tends bar up there. I played baseball with him in 4th grade.
Oh, Kyle.
Sunflower. He was way better at baseball than me.
That's funny.
By a lot, actually. But yeah, so you can go see Kyle and see all the people, man. Trying to think what else would be going on.
I think they traditionally have an open mic on Thursdays at the shop downtown.
That's right.
As far as other events, I don't know. I don't have my list in front of me.
Right.
You know,
I'm just trying to think stuff offhand where that'd be the place to go if especially you want to support live musicians. So Jazz, Patio 44.
I don't even know if it's worth bringing up, but you and I are going to be going to do something Mardi Gras themed on Mardi Gras. So maybe if it makes something cool, maybe we could show that later.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I still don't know. I know about as much as anyone watching this will know.
Yeah, it's apparently some sort of green screen. That's all I can say. That's all I know.
That's it.
A green screen.
Okay. So wear green?
Yes. Just be a floating head.
This shirt?
Yeah.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you ever done that where you've been in front of a green screen wearing green and you're just a floating head?
Yeah, I've actually done that on accident. Yeah, trying to film some stuff for a drum video. It was unfortunate because I didn't have an extra shirt, so kind of ruined the.
Bummer.
Don't wear the green. So
yeah, you got the wrong memo.
Well, dude, this was. I'm excited about where this could go.
Yeah,
it's only gonna.
The Hardy Street Boys.
The Hardy Street Boys, man.
Massive J and Drew.
You love that name.
Berg Life.
Berg Life. How many? We're like a Mouse Rat in Parks and Rec. How many times have we changed our podcast name? And we haven't even.
Yeah.
This is the
Wait
first
till
episode.
we start going places. We'll be Massive J and Drew going places.
Scarecrow boat. It'll be awesome. But all right, man. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah. Well,
I feel pretty good about it.
Where do we go from here?
This is it. It just fade to black.
All right.
Subscribe. Subscribe, share.
If you want to, no pressure.
No, you have to. No, you don't have to.
Yeah, leave a comment. I guess.
Can you tell why I'm not in sales anymore?
That's right. Think about it.
Maybe.
Yeah, consider strongly.
If you don't like croutons, you have to subscribe.
And we're out.